Okay, hi guys. I am back using the same colors as the last video. When I went off camera, I had to move the canvas a little bit because it was the solid purple area that was going through here and like going through here was bothering me. So I tried to fuss with it a little bit to try and get it to not look so bleh, but it didn't work. So I ended up pouring it off. But I will get the painting. It's still wet. I don't move it too much. But that is the outcome. I think it turned out pretty cool for my first try. I'm definitely happy with it. Probably going to do some more like this. I like I don't know, it's just, to me it's cool. We'll do it with other colors on another day. So let's set that aside to dry. Sorry if I got my head in the shot. I hate to get my head in the shot, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Okay, so set that off to the side. This one we're going to do, what are we doing first? We're going to do cells, and then we'll do a tree ring. I've got two canvases sitting here, so let me make sure that that is actually in focus, because on occasion, whoa, sorry for that. There we go. Okay, now it's in focus, I believe. On occasion, I have filmed a painting and gone back to look at it, and the entire thing is out of focus. So I can't post it like that, because who wants to just listen to me talk and not actually see the painting? So I poured a little more paint in my cups because I don't think I had enough. I'm going to use my same flip cup that I used for the last one, because I still do not have cups. And yeah, eventually I want to get some. I'm just stirring the, wow, that purple is so thick, but it seemed to work well, so I'm going to leave it. I still have not gotten cups, so eventually I will get some cups. But until then, I am using all sorts of other cups that I've found around the house. Medicine cups, like actual, this was a Tylenol bottle that I cut the top off of. This is a laundry detergent thing. Works well. It doesn't work well for stirring paint because it has those little ridges on the inside, but it works great for pouring it. So, you know, whatever you can find. These are little ice cream cups from Quick Trip. Work great too. And then I have I'm advertising for everybody here. So if any of these companies want to sponsor me, I'd be glad to, you know, accept that. Like Tylenol is watching my videos. Okay, so let's get on with it. Oh, I hate to use this cup because it's still got moving paint in it. So maybe it's just a flip cup. This cup should be big enough. So I'm going to pause the video real quick. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to wash that cup out because the paint that was in there wasn't quite dry, so it might have had, you know, might have had some effect on. I'm going to start with the white. We're just going to do 2 layers of every color. Again, I am not pouring from up high. I am pouring straight into the cup. You know, this is probably 2-3 inches at the most from the paint, because my cells, you know, are a little bigger when I don't mix all the paint. Plus, they're a little more defined. I don't have all of the mixing of the paint, and sometimes the mixing of the paint's great if you want like a washed look with these paints and this silicone and, you know, this water. Other people don't have this same issue as I do, but you know, they have their own issues. They have different issues because they use different paint, different silicone, and different, you know, whatever. Some more white, some more pink. And again, these are the same colors I used in the last painting, so if you want to know what colors I used, just look at the last painting. Just look at the first 5 minutes of it, and I tell you what the colors are. They're all apple bottom. Apple bottom, I'm still doing that. Apple barrel. So, Sometimes I use Artist Loft, sometimes I use the Apple Barrel. I don't know, it just depends on what colors I feel like using, what kind of mood I'm in that day, whatever. Alright, so that should be, that's pretty heavy. That's plenty of paint for this. Just going to pour the rest of the white in there. And these are great little cups. If you cannot control how much paint you mix, you end up with all this leftover paint. Use these little cups to mix, and that way you won't mix like way too much paint. Because obviously, I have enough paint here for 3 paintings. I wanted to do 1 painting, did not work out because I tend to overmix. But you know what? It's better to have too much paint than too little, because if you have to stretch your paint way too far, it ends up, you know, you can tell. So let's get on with the flip cup here. Okay. There's loads of paint on my thing still, on my table still. I'll let it sit for just a minute, not too long. That white is going to kind of sink through some of those colors, but oh, and see how the white just, I mean, it just mixed. It's still mixed. You just never know what is going to happen. I always love, like, the outer bands. They always have these really pretty, something going on with them. They're always gorgeous. And let's scrape some of this paint out of here so we can use it to pull the paint off to the sides here. There we go. Good enough. I'm just going to let it sit and work for a minute. You can see the cells coming up. They're so pretty. But that white just kind of washed. It did it again. And you know, it just, you never know what's going to happen. When you get cells like this one that are kind of like scratchy looking around the outside, they're not real perfect. Might be because you've got like a lot of silicone right there. Look at that one. Look at these 3 together. They're so pretty. They're triplets. But I like to kind of let it sit and work for a minute, because I see that sometimes I'll get the bigger cells if I just let it sit and work and then move it around. I hope, whatever happens, I hope that these cells do not go away, because they are pretty. So, let's go ahead and we'll blast it with some torch, get some of the air bubbles out. Hold it up high, see if some of that heat can go down, and just gently coax some more cells up. I'm about 6 inches from my painting at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and do this and see. I probably could have used a little more paint on there, but I wanted to save some for the little ones. They came running in after I was done with the last painting. They thought they were going to do some paint samples. I said, no, I'm doing some more painting. They're like, oh. I said, but I'll leave you some. So they're playing outside right now, waiting for the call to come paint. Why would it go off that side? You know what? I need a side catcher, because I have a feeling I'm going to lose too much paint if I don't catch it from going off the sides. There we go. There we go. Okay. Because I really don't have much. I don't have enough paint on this thing. I thought I did, but I do not. So we're going to end up stretching quite a bit, I think. Look at the paint catcher. Kind of need it to catch the corner there. And then before it comes off, I'm going to bring it back a little bit before I take that corner catcher off. Because when you pull your thing off, it pulls a bunch of paint too. Well, it's just not exactly what I had in mind, but it might still turn out pretty. It might. I mean, the colors are gorgeous. And I've still got the integrity of cells. I don't want to lose any of those, so I've got to be really careful. But this side catcher, corner catcher, really helps out because you can push the paint to the edge and then pull it back, but you still got enough paint on your little catcher to go down the sides of your painting. So it actually works pretty cool. I mean, it's like one of the tools you should definitely have in your little paint arsenal. Alright, one more side. I know this is like almost agonizing as slow as it's going. My girls are very rambunctious at the moment. They're tearing around the house like the dogs do. I don't know what they're playing. They're shaking the whole house. I don't know if the camera is shaking or not, but if it's shaking, it's because of them. Let's bring this back. See those cells? They would have all gone off the side, but now I'm actually saving them. Pretty cool. They're kind of weird looking though. Alright, now we need to get this corner done and be done with it so we don't lose any more. Well, this is not what I thought it was going to turn out to be, but it's actually pretty cool. Come on, come off that corner. I'm losing them up there at the top. No. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if we can bring a little bit of that turquoisey stuff back without stretching too much. I don't know, it's kind of cool. Look, it is. I love the turquoise in there. I don't know, I think that's it for it. I think that is it for it. Did I get paint underneath it? No, I did not. I think I'll leave it. Okay. Wow. I love this. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. It's gonna work a little bit more. Maybe you can see some of the cells blooming in there. And it's a bit darker than I expected. I think I expected more white to come through there, but the white really just kind of mixed in. I don't know what happened to it. Wild. Okay, well, let's torch it. See if we can get any, at least get the air bubbles out. I really don't want any tiny little cells coming up, so I'm not gonna hold it too close, because you hold it super close to the paint, that's what you get, those little itty bitty tiny cells. And I don't want this to really get too much more busy. Ooh, I like the colors. Okay, that's good. There we go. That one is done. Let me get you down so you can see a little closer. Okay, look at that. Oh, they're so pretty. My cells are not like other people's cells, but I have learned that that my cells don't have to look like other people's cells. My cells look like what they want to look like, and I have to be happy with my cells. So I am finally doing a happy dance with my cells, because you might watch some of these people's videos, some other people's videos, and think, well, I can't do that. I can't get those results because I can't afford all those expensive mediums and all those expensive paints. That's just a pretty section right there. I don't know why I like it, but I do. It's pretty. But you know what? I'm not using expensive stuff today. I'm using Apple Barrel, which comes from Walmart. It's like 50 cents for a little bottle of it. I used 4 bottles, so that's $2. And then we got the white, so it's probably another 50 cent in the white. Canvas, you get them on sale. Don't buy them full price. Get them on sale. You know, you got 50% coupons, 40% off coupons for Michaels. That's when I get my canvases, because I like the canvases from Michaels. And yeah, I mean, you know, without that coupon, I couldn't afford them. But, you know, and then the floetrol. The floetrol goes a long way. It may cost, you know, it costs like $14 but that's like for a gallon. So you buy all your supplies, you know, buy something one week, buy something else the next paycheck, and, you know, you'll have the money for it. And just give it a try. You know, listen to what all these other people are doing. Try different methods, because different methods totally work differently with different paints and different pouring mediums. You know, so if something doesn't work for you, try a different paint, try a different floetrol or a Liquitex pouring medium, you know, whatever. The Liquitex pouring medium actually didn't work real well for me. I like the floetrol. So everything's going to work different for everybody. So anyway, that's the painting as it is right now. Don't think it's going to move a whole lot. And over there, that one is still working. But I tell you, I am happy about that one. It is just neat looking. So there's my plain canvas. We're fixing to paint on that one. And look at that. Oh, it's just pretty. It's slightly pinker in the video than it is in real life, but just barely. So there's your pretty for today. And you'll probably see the other video posted. The next video, it's going to be a tree ring pour with the same colors. It probably won't get posted for, you know, several days. I don't know. Depends on what I feel like when I'm uploading. So there's your pretty for today. Wherever you are on the planet, have an awesome afternoon, day, evening, night. Thank you for all my subscribers. Y'all are all awesome. And if you've got any suggestions, I'm all ears. See you later. Bye.